We had been on our previous ERP for a long time. It was old and there were a lot of things that were not supported anymore, and that we needed to move to something more modern, something on the cloud so that people can work remotely and it's available everywhere. We needed to move up to a more modern version of running our business. Changing ERPs, you are talking about the backbone that everything in your business runs on, and so it's a big step to change the software that everybody gets into and that tracks everything you do.
We're a fairly lean company, and IT is a very lean part of the company. So we knew from the beginning that we didn't have the internal resources to do this alone. Most of our people, and certainly of our executive level, have gone through ERP implementations previously, and so we had great buy-in from the very beginning that, yep, we need an implementer to help us work through this. We interviewed a number of them, and we were looking for experience specifically with the platform that we were looking on, right? We were looking for a methodology that matched what we were looking for, that said, okay, we've put together a set of requirements, but we probably need some guidance in actually driving out what the primary use cases will be. And so we want to see in your methodology that you can help us through determining what those use cases are and driving down to a full list of requirements. A couple of the companies that we interviewed were large companies that, had 30 and 40 teams going at a time, and we truly felt like we would just be lost somewhere in the morass, whereas we felt that Adroit offered us a much more personalized or a much more bespoke approach at what would work for us. And so looking at that culture match, looking at the skill resource match, looking at the size and complexity, that they would understand our types of problems and be able to help us come up with a best solution. And one of the things that I think Adroit brought to the table was an understanding of business processes. And we were not interested in trying to replicate our current ERP. We wanted to improve and adopt some industry best practices, or at least better practices than what we had in place.
The people we worked with at Adroit all wanted to know not just what we were trying to do with the software, but how our business worked and how that was going to fit into what the software was going to do for us. There are so many ways for this software to work for so many different business applications, and so it was really important and really valuable that people from Adroit came and went through in detail how our business works before we even started putting any data into the software.
We moved very quickly. We had an aggressive time frame. We had dedicated a team of people to it and challenged Adroit a little bit initially to keep up and have the resources available on a very tight schedule to get that. But we got that worked out, and the last couple of months as we went through Pilot 1, Pilot 2, and then Go Live went extremely well. In the end, we had set a go live date. We went live on that date, and October 1st, the month of October, was the highest production month for the beverage division in the whole history of the company. So you hear a lot of war stories about ERPs going live and it just crippling the business, keep taking the business down to its knees. Because of the attention to detail, because of the testing, because of the validation that we had done, and all the work and the training and so forth, we not only didn't disrupt the business, but we enabled them to reach higher goals than they had made yet to date.
And I absolutely credit that to the team at Adroit helping us make sure that we had everything in place so that when we flipped the switch and moved from one software to the other, that we could still record all of our work orders. We could still consume the materials that we were consuming, and we could record the labor, and we could move the items into inventory and receive and ship and do everything, and it all worked.
We were pleased with the technical resources that we got. There was a project manager from Adroit that led from their side and coordinated with our internal project management team and so forth. So there was good communication and good work between the two of us.
I was very happy to have Adroit come in and be that partner that helped us to understand every single aspect, every corner of this page of, if I flip this switch, what does it do? I can look on the help pages and see all of this advice from other people, but even that doesn't give me all the color that I get when I sit down with somebody from Adroit.